Uh, Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I appear to be in some kind of dog kennel, like a pound. And I think I know why that is. I think it's because I found this bottle of Bulldog root beer here. I think I gotta drink it to get out of here. Bulldog root beer is one of those ones that's pretty universally highly rated. Even people like Anthony Shore from Anthony's Root Beer Barrel putting it at 98 out of 100 points. So it seems pretty good. And they use a lot of techniques that they say set them apart from a lot of people. A lot of those techniques are still used by a lot of people, but maybe not all of them in one. So we'll drink this and we'll see if them all together is good. But they've got a great website, just a classic looking website since 1997. Bulldog root beer is different from other national brands of root beer. Here's why. First, we only use the best ingredients, which means the most expensive ingredients. No, it doesn't. There's not a correlation. There's not a direct, like, it's not causation, all right? It's not an equal graph. It's not an equal graph of expense to quality. You know, it doesn't just go up like this. It doesn't. For example, we use real cane sugar instead of corn syrup. Like, lots of them do. Most of them use cane sugar instead of corn syrup. And we use pure vanilla extract instead of artificial vanillin. So vanillin is not necessarily artificial, it's the thing that gives vanilla extract vanilla flavor. Also, Bulldog root beer is actually brewed, which means it is cooked, just like in the old days. Yeah, just getting over here in the pan, just... You know? Brewing root beer is rare, but it develops certain flavors that you just can't get any other way. We are perfectionists when it comes to root beer taste, and we spent 2 years developing 9 test batches until we finally found the exact recipe we wanted to use. Bulldog root beer is gently carbonated so that the delicate vanilla and honey flavors come through in the aroma. It is best served chilled without ice. Bulldog root beer is available at these fine retailers. Also, the bulldogs on the label are real bulldogs, apparently. If I can hide my face in it. There we go. There's barley and hops. And they're real bulldogs that lived in Fresno, California. Assuming that the label has not changed since 1997, the dogs are dead. Anyways, using honey is not entirely rare. There's a brand out of Wisconsin called Sprecher's that uses honey in their stuff. So that's not rare. Actually brewing it is also not rare. I believe Sprecher's does that too. I'm gonna look into it. And cane sugar also is not rare, because guess what? Sprecher's does that too. About vanilla extract, I'm not sure on that front, but I'll find out. So stick around for later in January. I love the look of their website. It looks so old. And they've got a section specifically for root beer reviews. So look for me on that soon. I'll contact them about it. They've also got root beer history. The brewmaster at the Bulldog Brewing Company is this lady. We don't know her name, but it's this lady. On their website, they also have a list of places where you can get it. It's mostly on the West Coast, but nationwide, I believe they do shipping. You can also find it at Minnesota's largest candy store, which if you live southwest of Minneapolis, in that area, or just anywhere around Minneapolis and St. Paul, the Twin Cities, take a drive out there and buy some. You can get by the 24 case. It's pretty good. They're deals, that is. All right, let's get the open and the pour on the microphone and the camera. New mug alert. A little bit more in there. There we go. There we go. And with this new mug alert, we got... Oh, what is that? Oh! Anyways, that's me. All right, look at that. Color is a darker brown, but as you can see, when that light gets into it, it will penetrate well enough. And I believe it's called occlusion. It occludes, it kind of just goes throughout the drink a little bit more. All right, let's get a whiff of this. Sorry. Now let's get a whiff of this. Oh yeah, that smells like... Yeah, that smells like cane sugar and honey. And a little bit of sarsaparilla. It smells good. But weird, because I'm not a fan of the smell of honey. Well, the title of the thing is now only in the reflection, but let's get a sip of this, shall we? Oh, Bulldog root beer. Well, cane sugar and honey comes in nice. The head looked great while pouring, but didn't stay long, which isn't a bad thing. Gently carbonated is correct. The mouthfeel is good. Just the right amount of carbonation. That sassafras really does come in the background, really. You know, I have mixed feelings about this. Because on one hand, it tastes good. And maybe it's not my mug of root beer, but I'll describe what I'm tasting. So the forefront is it's sugar and honey, cane sugar and honey, with like all these herbaceous flavors. That's really quite pleasant. And that sassafras is at the head of those herbs, but it's maybe not as much as I would like it to be. So in terms of what I think maybe just a little bit more of the sassafras flavor. Empty Mug Club. It's weird. It's good, but I want to say that there needs to be more to it. Some would argue that maybe it's just different. It shouldn't be taken away. There's no lesser value because of what it has at the forefront of its flavors, and you know, it's not bad, and I don't think it's worse. I think it needs more sassafras. That's it. It's kind of like tasting a wonderful, beautiful dish, but it just needs a little bit more salt. Doesn't mean the dish is bad. It just means that it needs a little bit more salt. It's in terms of root beer, it's all right. It's good. It's from all right to good. In terms of a soda, it's way up there and good. It's way up past good, actually, into great. It's a great soda. But I'm wondering if it has what is necessary for the essence of a root beer, which is sassafras. It's nuanced, is what it is. Because on one hand, it's so utterly delicious and good that one can't help but think, wow, this is amazing. But when it comes to root beer, it needs to be about how much root beer it is. And it certainly is a good enough root beer. I have to put this at a 7 out of 10. It's good. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It just needs a little sassafras. I highly recommend you drink it. Highly recommend. All right, this is good. This is what creates growth in the palate of an aspiring root beer connoisseur, a soda sommelier. Okay, this is a wonderful stepping stone that needs to be established and needs to be discovered. But know that I do not think it is the best, because it is delicious in its own right. But in the world of root beers, it's a 7. Which, if we remember the scale, actually puts it firmly at great. So, good job, Bulldog. Anthony, sure, I have to disagree with you. 98, I think, is too high. I think maybe a 70, maybe a 68 would be closer. But that's my opinion. You have yours. You have been doing this for longer than I have. but I'm wondering if I'm wondering what your favorite flavors are for it. I'm wondering what flavors you look for in a root beer. And I wonder if your quality is not just if it's good as a root beer, but if it's good as a soda. I'm not calling your authority, I'm not calling your skills into doubt. I am simply wanting you to shed some light for me on your thinking behind the 98. So there is a business email that you can reach me at in the... No. So Anthony Shore, know that I will probably be contacting you soon, shortly after the upload of this video, sending you this video along with an actual detailed explanation of what detailed questions, I guess, better questions. And to Bulldog Root Beer, to Orca Beverages, good job. And if you would like to improve, in my eyes, I think you need to go more sarsaparilla and see if you can't get that head to stay around a little bit longer. It's not bad that it kind of went, but having just like even a thin layer on top of head improves the experience of drinking quite a bit. So, I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to leave a like down below if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Comment what you want me to try next, and tell your friends about me, because I want subscribers. I want to thank you all again for joining me. I want to give my respects to Anthony Shore and his skills and his life of doing this. And I want to once again commend Bulldog Root Beer for creating a worthy stepping stone in the world of root beer. It is wonderful. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.